Imagine 1717 Paris. A French scientist is screaming bloody murder, not from some revolutionary guillotine, but because his bowels are currently evacuating what looks like molten duct tape. C. Mitchell de Montesquieu was convinced drinking liquid gold would cheat death. Instead, he cheated at life by literally biohazard crapping his organs into the afterlife. And the best part, he paid extra for this privilege. Gold enemas cost more than a Versailles whorehouse membership. Congrats, Doc. You took shitty way to die way too literally. But this clown isn't even top-tier dumb. History's lineup of immortality fetishists makes TikTok conspiracy theorists look like Stephen Hawking. 5. Qin Shi Huang, the OG Karen of emperors, demanded eternal life so badly he sent ships of virgins to find magical islands. His court doctors, YOLO, eat these Mercury pills. He spent his final days gorging on liquid mirrors until his insides looked like a Pollock painting. Died mid-philosopher purge. Moral: you can't oppress science. It'll ghost you faster than your Tinder matches. 4. Pope John Roman XXI, a medical doctor pope who tried to synthwave Jesus into a life extension serum. Built a secret lab inside his palace. Forgot basic physics. The ceiling collapsed mid-experiment, crushing him under marble debris. Irony index: you're God's literal landlord, yet you treated architectural integrity like a vegan buffet. 3. Count Alessandro di Cagliostro, an alchemist with worse scams than NFTs. Sold Egyptian immortality elixirs that were 95% LSD and horse tranquilizers. Fled across Europe like a crypto bro FDA raid. Got arrested for Freemasonry. Died in a Vatican dungeon, crowdfunded by rich idiots who trusted a guy whose skincare routine involved bat blood. Legacy: proof your MLM downline won't visit you in prison. 2. James Haywood, a bodybuilder who believed monkey testicle implants equals eternal gains. Paid shady Swiss doctors to stitch ape glands into his scrotum. Died from infection so grotesque, his autopsy report read like a Rob Zombie screenplay. Modern equivalent: influencers chugging Tide Pods for cellular cleansing. 1. Pythagoras, the math bro who banned beans for occult reasons only his Discord server understood. Running from assassins, he hit a field of fava plants, refused to enter, got murdered rather than violate his dietary purity. PSA: organic extremism isn't a personality, it's a colonic waiting to happen. The pattern: humanity treats death like a high score to beat. But the leaderboard's just a corpse pile with better lighting. Ask my third ex-wife. She tried celery juice cleanses and now cries in Whole Foods. Some failures are timeless. The Roman elite treating heavy metals like kombucha, because nothing screams vitality like bathing in dense liquid poison. Emperor Publius Helvius Pertinax Jr. rolled into advisory sessions twitching like a meth head hummingbird, because his wellness gurus convinced him Mercury baths purified the soul. Newsflash: if your spa day requires hazmat suits, you're not cleansing toxins. You're marinating your nervous system for collapse. His royal physicians, basically Bronze Age goop influencers, prescribed daily dunks in shimmering silver sludge, citing its alchemical life force energies. Modern equivalent: COVID conspiracists chugging aquarium cleaner. Actual result: his brain melted faster than a snowman in Dubai. CNN scroll: world's most powerful man now drools on Senate minutes. Irony autopsy: died gripping a scroll that read health is wealth, while his hands shook like a Parkinson's vibrator. Mercury's real legacy: a neurotoxin that treats human synapses like Guitar Hero on expert mode. By month 3, Publius mistook his war generals for sentient cabbages and tried to declare war on Sicily, already a Roman province. His court scribes documented the great leader's newfound aura of moistness as he slurred through trade policies, convinced his spasms were celestial dancing. Final moments: choking on his own tongue while demanding a 17th Mercury soak of the day. Body preservation, unintended. Reality: a ruler so desperate to evade death he pickled himself in real time. Survival tip for future emperors: when 12 physicians whisper the secret is elemental poison, replace them. And your bathwater: humanity hasn't evolved. obsessing over cleanse culture from lead-laced Roman wines to juice fasts that turn colons into accordions. My ex-wife Karen tried similar heavy metal yoga and now communicates via throat whistles. Lesson: immortality seekers fail upward into coffins. Next on How Not to Die trademark. Medieval popes snorting mummy powder for virility. Spoiler: crushed corpses don't enhance libido, they're just expensive sneezes. While medieval popes were busy snorting pharaoh dust SFX, sneeze crash, China's intellectual elite had their own all-you-can-eat mineral buffet. 8th century alchemists became utterly convinced that jade, literal garden ornament rocks, was Yahweh's personal snack pack. Han Dynasty geniuses pulverized nephrite into longevity paste, thin as lies, and spooned it down like metaphysical yogurt. Emperor Wu swallowed so many jade slushies, his gut stopped processing regular food faster than a vegan at a Texas BBQ. Final diagnosis: ethereal constipation, medical slang for a wealthy idiot turning his intestines into concrete sculptures. Here's the grift: these rock gourmets mixed powdered jade into elixirs thinner than a politician's morals. Consume daily, chant under moon phases, boom, godhood achieved. Reality check: harder minerals than love. The human GI tract processes jade blocks about as well as a USB stick in a toaster. Court records note nobles experiencing swelling of the belly grander than the Yangtze flood season before checking out mid-prayer. Their last words regretting that immortality didn't include better plumbing. Autopsy finds colons packed denser than rush hour in Beijing. Cause of death: becoming organic geode. Modern equivalent: Instagram influencers chugging colloidal silver until their skin turns Mission Impossible blue. At least they're honest about wanting to be Smurfs. Tang Dynasty alchemist's son Samiao, supposedly immortal himself, prescribed jade dust tea for balancing life forces. Fine print: side effects include death by internal gravel pit. My neighbor Dave tried similar mineral balancing last year. Post-jade detox, his bowels moved with the urgency of a DMV line. Now he meditates with prune juice. Peak absurdity: some nobles opted for whole jade plugs, carved rods inserted rectally because apparently immortality tastes better when bypassing taste buds. Results: 5-star TripAdvisor review from the Grim Reaper. Plumbing blocked, eternal rest acquired. *******. One warlord's postmortem revealed a 28 cm jade carat lodged in his sigmoid colon like Excalibur's less majestic cousin. Achievement unlocked. Human geocache. Death throes were operatic. Victims ballooned like parade floats, weeping jade-tinged tears while begging geomancers to stop the mountain growing within. Physicians documented pulses fading as slow as court bureaucracy, their bodies fossilizing while still technically breathing. Worst case: eunuch Lai Fangxi spent his final week screaming how the jade was, purifying his third eye, as nurses heard bowel sounds resembling a gravel truck reversing. His estate now a tourist trap. Come see the man who turned himself into a lawn gnome. Dark or not, humanity's refusal to learn echoes louder than a landslide. From Han Dynasty mineral chewers to Goop Lab gurus hawking vagina quartz eggs, we keep licking rocks like cats addicted to hardware stores. Survival pro tip: when magical rocks appear on any menu, as food, suppository, or trendy accessory, ask yourself, would a badger do this? If no, walk away. Immortality's never cheap, but the price shouldn't include becoming an artisanal paperweight. Then came Magnus Pfefferkorn, a 16th century hedge wizard who thought elephant balls held the secret to eternal Saturdays. Your average backyard alchemist might have settled for Mercury enemas or bat wing smoothies, but not this guy. His manuscript Testiculata aeternum claimed African bull elephants carried celestial vigor glands, usable only if harvested mid-charge by a virgin whistling Gregorian chants. Sounds like a rejected jackass script. His patrons funded it with the desperate optimism of crypto bros buying monkey JPEG. Pfefferkorn's workshop resembled a Florida man's garage crossed with a medieval zoological crime scene. Copper stills bubbled with marmoset urine, Forp H balancing, while shelves overflowed with rhino horn shavings labeled Viagra confetti. The piece de resistance, a wall-mounted rack of desiccated animal junk ranging from squirrel to giraffe, a grotesque gummy bear factory that made OSHA weep across timelines. Modern equivalent. Imagine Andrew Tate opening a Gwyneth Paltrow-approved Dick Smoothie pop-up. The fatal field trip happened in 1587 near Lisbon. Pfefferkorn, armed with a ceremonial obsidian dagger and zero geographic awareness, snuck onto a royal elephant enclosure. What he thought was breeding season was actually a menopausal matriarch's birthday party. His whistle apparently sounded less angelic choir boy and more kettle left on during a stroke. Historians found his journal entry from that morning. Recipe demands freshness, ergo shout harvest before breakfast trolley. Famous last words before an elephant named Beatrice pancaked him into something resembling expired lunch meat. Irony Ferris wheel. The Velixer. Recipe later proved to be satire written by a rival monk who'd once watched Pfefferkorn trip into a manure pile. The ingredients included actual instructions like stir with severed hand of heretic, and beige in moonlight filtered through a nun's underwear. Modern x-rays on his surviving files revealed mostly donkey semen and licorice root, the ancient equivalent of Four Loko. Legacy. Pfefferkorn's apprentice later marketed the failed serum as rock-hard potion, guaranteeing nobles wood that outlasts redwood. Death toll included one duke who combusted during coitus and 3 mistresses reporting unnatural chafing. In natural selection at its finest, a Darwin Award with extra steps and elephant ball fondue. Moral. Humanity's obsession with cheating death hasn't evolved beyond lick it to see if it glows. From Pfefferkorn's testicle typhoon to Silicon Valley serum bros freezing their heads beside nuclear waste dumps, we're all just paying extra to become future LOL cows. Next time someone offers immortality in pill/cream/suppository form, remember, elephants never forget, but morons never learn. But the true crown jewel of cell phoneage belongs to Canada's own doctor, Maple Dickhead, a 1912 chiropractor who claimed immortality required daily rectal infusions of Grade A Quebec syrup. Cleanses the mortal vessel with liquid amber, he declared, while nurses later testified his clinic smelled like a Waffle House dumpster behind Satan's tanning bed. Patient 0, the doc himself, found face down in a vat of syrup, flies performing synchronized drowning routines in his ear holes. Autopsy noted his large intestine resembled a fossilized beaver tail pastry. Irony. Syrup enemas became the wellness craze among New York socialites for 3 whole months. 19 wealthy dowagers ultimately suffocated when their colons fused shut like tree sap traps. Modern equivalent. Gen Z TikTokers snorting collagen while crying into their $400 longevity smoothies. Which brings us to history's ultimate anticlimax, Pythagoras, the man who gave us geometry and a crippling fear of legumes. Dude literally starved to death because he refused to cross a field of fava beans during a mob hit. His cult's doctrine claimed beans contained trapped human souls, which tracks when you realize Pythagoras' brain operated at the same intellectual frequency as a haunted Roomba. Modern analogy. Flat earthers dodging vaccines because Bill Gates microchipped the lettuce. Pythagoras' final moments. Huddling in a ditch whispering incantations against legumes while his disciples tried to feed him chickpea Ambien. The mob shrugged and torched the bean field anyway, turning history's greatest mathematician into a charcoal briquette with commitment issues. Moral. Immortality seekers share one fatal flaw. They forget death loves slapstick. Whether it's syrup volcanoes erupting from colons, monks playing tag with testicle-crushing pachyderms, or nerds inventing new food phobias to die from, humanity's quest to outwit the Reaper always ends like a Three Stooges episode directed by H.P. Lovecraft. So next time some Silicon Valley ghoul offers to upload your consciousness into a USB drive, remember, permanence is just a fancy word for future archaeologists will laugh at your desiccated nonsense. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need 5 espresso shots and a therapist who accepts cursed artifacts as payment. Smash subscribe unless you enjoy mortality like some kind of peasant.